That's a very long delay. And no starting soon. We'll just talk because we're already running a little behind.
That's fine.
Oh,
I could
hi,
go
everybody.
for 3.5 hours.
I can do this all day.
I could do this all day. Kyle, as I start doing the clickety clapping and all this stuff on the keyboard here, I want to know what your thoughts are now that we know that extraterrestrials walk among us.
Oh,
Where were you?
I've always known. I'm one right now.
You're a scroll.
Oh no, I haven't watched it yet.
You don't have to. It's pretty mediocre. Real talk though, you should be watching. What is it? Beef or no, the bear. Sorry, Beef's the name of the show. No, Beef's the name of the restaurant. That's why I got.
What a name for a show. Hey, you watching Beef?
Beef. Oh, actually, wait, no. Beef is the show. It's with Oh,
okay.
Oh my god. Is her name Lisa Wong? It's Stephen Yeun, and it's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she is very attractive. Respectfully.
So back to aliens.
Sorry, yeah. Are aliens real?
Yeah, they are.
Your thoughts?
I don't know who the hell this guy is, though. Oh,
I mean,
I forgot to do this before we went live. All right, chat, be cool. You're seeing the back end things for a hot second. There you go.
Nobody be a cop, all right?
Everyone be cool.
Everybody be cool. I got to turn off my AC as well.
How dare you?
I don't know why, but like NVIDIA, the sound capture thing, like it still captures the AC in the back. It just doesn't capture it when I'm talking, but you can still hear it. Yeah. So NVIDIA, you're on fucking notice right now. I don't know what's happening with you.
I was home, ready for an interview today. Yeah. Interview went okay. It's fine. It's nothing. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. Water under the bridge.
Yeah. I don't know who the hell this guy is. He couldn't be making all this up. I mean, he's under oath, but like, I don't know. My favorite thing about the whole thing today is seeing Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 tweet out a picture, or I'm sorry, what are we calling them? Zeet out a picture of I told you they were real.
I'm like, what is a Zeet?
Yeah, it's a Zeet.
Oh my god.
It's the hot new thing now.
Yeah, that's.
I really enjoyed. I didn't text you about it because I don't know why. I really enjoyed your what do we call video now? X video? What? Kids, don't Google search it until you're of age.
Yeah, we call music X-Tube. We call retweeting Snip's sister stuck in dryer.
Oh boy,
God,
life we have fun good, here. Dude.
Honestly,
it's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah,
post show last week doesn't count.
Yeah, post show last week doesn't count at all.
It was good.
I would say if this is the biggest thing you got to worry about is like, you know, Twitter's name. I think we're in a good place in life. You know. And like, I'm still gonna call it Twitter because X is stupid as shit. But like, I'm not gonna make a personal stand about it.
No,
I'm just gonna bide my time until Threads gets better.
Sure.
And it already is. Have you seen? There's like a following section now.
Oh, I need to get I need to get better into checking the other ones.
Yeah, same here. Because I actually really like Threads. It is a lot more positive.
It's like just muscle memory at this point that I need to just break. Did you put out the new link to the new video? Because I messed up.
You didn't mess up. I'm about to tweet it right now.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't miss it.
All right.
Oh boy.
Gonna put it out
so
in general.
Hot.
Is it?
It's hot, man. Listen, you have AC in your near vicinity. What do you mean not anymore? You just turned it off.
I just turned it off. I used to have it, now I don't.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to, because I'm going into the city on Saturday.
Ooh.
To record the next installment of the Mini Indie Showcase.
Oh, look at you.
It's supposed to be the hottest day of the
Oh,
year so far.
yes.
So
Oh my
luckily, I
God.
think it's a short walk from the subway to the location.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay. Well, hot damn. I
God damn.
tweeted it out on
Sweet.
the Twitterverse or the Zeetverse.
What up, Green Gorilla?
Here's the thing.
Hey, Ma.
We
Look,
were-
the boys are back in town. That's right.
We were this close to Yeet. If he made it Y
Why?
instead of X, I would be so in. I'd be like, yeah, who needs the bird? We got the letter. I'm gonna yeet this out. Like, that's awesome. I don't know.
I also just find it really funny how that X is pretty much everywhere. Other people have used it. And he was trying to take it off the building, but didn't have the permits to do so and got in trouble. And like, how is this man a billionaire? I don't understand. I know generational wealth, family wealth should be illegal. I don't understand it. And his reasoning was like, I just really like the letter X. Oh my God, go away.
Yeah, you can, good problems to have. Real good problems to have. I am almost ready to start this shindig.
Sure.
Let me just yeet it out. I'm just gonna call him Yeets. Yeah.
Let me get the dock up. Let me do my half window thing. There it is. Good. We're still moving.
That is right. Everybody, how's everybody doing?
Hi, Jose.
All right, because I'm back, baby. Jose's in the building.
Jose Jimenez. Yeah.
Jose, it's been too long. We miss you.
Yeah, it's been too long.
We love you.
How you doing, buddy? How's the house?
Hello. Oh my God, that's right. You did buy houses.
You're doing adult things.
Can I move in with you guys?
Oh, that'd be great.
Please. You guys seem pretty chill. I will contribute almost nothing, but demand a lot of attention.
Nigel Martin 35 writes, "Hi, Xbox player here. Love your content. Thank you, Nigel. Thoughts on Sea of Stars Day 1 on PS Plus? Hope y'all get many more day ones." Well,
thank you.
Stay tuned to the show. We don't want to ruin it right now.
Right.
Jose, you do not need
Xbox dead box.
Jose, you do not need to apologize. It is A-okay.
No, never apologize.
Never apologize.
Never apologize.
What up, the Ruham?
Starfield 1.
I hope I said that name right. What up?
What up?
Oh, they have 2 extra rooms to show.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
Are you ready?
Am I in Zencaster? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
When we do the starter question,
Yep.
I'll hand the ball over to you.
Okay.
Because I have no idea.
Yep.
Also, what's the thing I'm going to be fiddling around with during the show?
Oh, I have this.
Let me see.
I have one of these like screw things.
Oh,
For
that's
like
nice.
a clamp. This is what I do. I mute the mic and I just do this the whole time. Or I have a pair of scissors that I just kind of squeeze together.
That's also good. I do like the twirling of the pen, and I do some clicky clicks every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
Or I always bend shit too, and that's why you see me like I flick things off the cam. Yeah. All right, listen, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this.
Okay. One day, Green Gorilla. I'll show you the room. One day. I got it cleaned real bad. Anyways, show starting now.
Oh, wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 334 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, this week, we're talking about that Spider-Man 2 trailer, ooh-wee, that Insomniac already rolling on their next game, PlayStation 5 Slim and Pro rumors, Project Q looks sweet, Armored Core 6 previews, and so much more as we do it live each and every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at youtube.com at PS Trophy Room. And if you are there, make sure you're hitting a like, a subscribe, and get notified for all things trophy room related. With all that said, with all that out of the way, the greatest co-host, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
It's been a while since I've done the little lead up. It feels good.
Nice.
It's back. The rust is gone.
Can I be honest?
Yes.
Can I start the show on a sweet note?
Go for it.
I missed you, bud.
I miss you too.
It's been 2 long weeks.
Yeah.
This feels like a whole new show already.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's weird. How did you spend your little staycation? I want to know.
How did I spend it? I still did other things. I was still like, I have a showcase I'm ramping up to do in a month. So a lot of work on that. So it wasn't really like a chill, relaxing thing. And I would ask you, but I know what you did. You're like, hey, I'm going to be off social media for like a week. And then I see 5 or 6 memes a day coming from you. I'm like, Joe, take a break.
I got jokes I can't contain keep to myself.
That's fair.
You know, these memes, we got to let them free.
I get it.
You know, the people need this. I need this. That said, maybe I'm addicted to social media. I spent the last week and a half not next to this microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest. This month has been rough. A lot of family stuff in the hospital. She's not doing well.
Oh boy.
Let's whatever y'all do, wish her the best, Auntie Bad Bit, all the love and support. I had a health scare, but now 20 pounds lighter. Woo. in feeling in the best mood I've felt in honestly years.
Great.
Like, and I'm not like a real sad person, but like I'm feeling real happy lately.
That's good.
Even with all the awful things happening, I'm feeling like optimistic, which is strange. But I wanted to know if I missed this, you know, if I missed creation. And honest to God, Kyle, I need this outlet.
Oh,
like on day 3, I'm like, I have so many opinions about video games. I need to talk to someone about this. But I got huge news for you, Kyle. Over the 2-week span of us being apart, I have finally acquired the trophy room. Has acquired. We've made an acquisition. Everybody's making acquisitions.
I know what this is.
Okay. Our brother show, Triangled Squared. All right. They sent us over a PlayStation Vita 2000.
Okay.
All right.
So not the OLED.
Not the OLED.
Okay.
No, they could not part with that.
That's fair. That's fair. I wouldn't either.
Honestly, it was for $50, and he's like, "Listen, just pay for shipping and some lunch."
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm like, "All right, cool." And real talk. First thing I noticed, because Vita's not supported anymore, to sign in with your PlayStation profile is the most convoluted.
It is.
Idiotic process I've ever seen. You have to go on the PC app, log in. They give you a separate password to then log into the Vita itself. But you'll never use that password again.
No.
The dumbest thing. And at the same exact time, I am met with, man, this UI is really nice.
It's awesome.
Even for the time period.
Yep. I like the bubbles. I like them.
I love them.
Yeah.
I really think this thing was ahead of its time.
Agreed.
I'm just like remembering everything. I'm like, it still has like, when it comes to like the store, it's still like PS3 level of like, trying to figure itself out. It's like the cool stage with tech where it's like, in its like teen years where it's kind of awkward, but it's doing something really cool. Man, PlayStation Vita.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. So thank you, y'all, over there, Triangle Square. Check them out when you're done listening to us. They didn't tell us. And also, look at, he gave us a nice little card as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you,
Chris. Ooh, goodness, I hit the mic. But yeah, Kyle, listen, before we start the show, because we're talking about a lot of PlayStation stuff in the middle of July. Are you kidding me?
It's
like Christmas. I know. Ooh-wee. You have a question that you've pulled up to start the show with, so take it away, sir.
I was scrolling along Zitter, I guess is what we call it now. formerly of Twitter, and I came across a tweet from, or excuse me, a zeet from Genki_Japan. The meaning of the PlayStation symbols, according to original PlayStation designer Teiyu Goto. So the cross or the X button, as when I was younger, meant no, because in Japan the circle and cross were
opposite,
switched. Yeah. So circle is yes. Triangle meant viewpoint, so head and direction. And then the square button is piece of paper for like menu and documents. So it's very interesting to hear, but I wanted to bring it up here and ask you, Joe, you, what do those buttons mean?
Oh, great question.
I think we can agree circle is dodge.
Yeah, circles. So yeah, circles dodge.
Yeah.
Where it should belong.
Yes.
And it's also to cancel.
Yeah, back out that menu.
Cross. Yeah, I'm thinking here. Cross is to jump or accept.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some games would have you believe it's accelerate or what is it?
Reverse. Shout out to Twisted Metal classic that I tried.
Exactly. No, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Square is pickup item.
Oh.
Or slash. Like I'm swinging a sword.
Okay.
And then triangle. Triangle is switch item.
Oh, all right.
How about you?
Triangle to me is pickup. Pickup items for triangle.
Okay.
Square is like you said, the slash, the attack. The X I have for jumping, so or holding to sprint.
That's what I was thinking. God, I hate that.
Yeah, it's not great. And then circle is dodge or roll, or it's just so natural there.
Yeah. I'm playing Remnant 2 and it's on it's on cross or the X button, whatever. And I gotta be honest with you, I can get it because it's a shooter, but it still feels dirty.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I can understand it more, but yeah.
Triangle, I also think of like recalling Leviathan X.
Ooh.
Just that like for that. Every game. Like that's just all I want.
Yeah. Oh, that's what a great. Yeah. And you know what? For some freaks out there, R1 is shoot.
Whoa. Shout out to Uncharted where that was, I think, grenade throw on PS3. Yeah. And then with the 6-axis, you had to rotate it to aim.
So stupid.
It was bad.
It makes me realize, Kyle, how far we've come and how standardized controls have been. And
how big of a game changer the touchpad is, that people were like, especially on PlayStation, where it is the thing. People were like, why do we need a touchpad? Why? Just keep the start and select button. Touchpad is like, that's how I open my map. That's how, in Days Gone was really cool. You can swipe through the menus with it. Like, it's become second nature now.
Real talk. I mean, the touchpad is at this point a giant select button as well. Like, it has way more utilities than I think some people give it credit to. But now the select button's the share button, and I think that is the best button.
Yeah,
to be honest,
absolutely.
I think that is truly like revolutionary of just how we share moments with people. So absolutely. It's just a crazy thought how far we've come to now. We are expecting a game again. If I'm playing a Souls-like, it's like I'm pressing square to accept something, or I'm pressing square to like heal myself or whatever. Like
to think
if I'm playing Ghost, I'm doing combos with square and triangle.
To think in the beginning stages of designing the symbols, square was menu. Like that is so foreign to me. It's always been like triangle.
And it's so strange how like these were the buttons, like these symbols were meant totally different things and how they've evolved over time. And because I've always thought it's like such a smarter way of like anybody knows what an X is. Everybody knows what a square is. Everybody knows triangle, circle, etc. Not like we really think everybody knows A, B, C, D, but it's like no, it's very like English of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or European, I guess. Like no, everybody would understand shapes.
Yeah.
So to see that they have those hidden meanings.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting. All right, Kyle, listen. That's a nice little talk,
Yeah.
but I want to get into some housekeeping before we start the show. Of course, head on over to the Trophy merch store merch. I don't know. Listen, I'm new at this. It's been a week. Go over there.
Bonfire.com/store/the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast.
Link in the description, and go buy the Team Slanger shirt. Okay, it's beautiful.
House of Bangers all the way.
Honestly, there's some of the best shirts I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Help support the show. We're a small little indie unit out here. You know, we don't do any of the paid ads for like Manscaped or any of that stuff. Not yet, at very least. So please help us, support the show, make that oblique reality farther and farther away with your generosity. God, really, I don't want to talk about ball trimmers, not today.
Really quickly before we get into the Patreon supporters, I think part of housekeeping.
Don't tell me you got the care package.
Oh, damn it! All right, I'll throw it over there. No, I want to just, a huge shout out to the guests we had on the last 2 weeks to kind of fill in. So last week was Darren Simmons Jr. was on with me, and I appreciate you, Darren. Go check out Rusty Rupees. They are amazing, and Darren is incredible. Hope you enjoyed listening to him on the show last week. And Joe, fantastic. I already forgot who was on your show because it seems like it was a month and a half ago.
I forgot I was on that show. Baron J and Jam Pack Sam. Sam got engaged that weekend of.
Sweet.
And he showed me the ring, and I said, do it, because he was apprehensive. I said, you do it.
I thought you said, I do.
No, and I said, make sure you tell everybody I played a significant role. So I hope he did. That said, it's time for a Patreon pitch. None of that happened. Of course, if you like what you hear, you like what you see each and every week, we mean it when we say it. You help keep the lights on. The reason why we look so great, sound so good, is because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. So if you ever got you through a long car ride, tough day at work, whatever the case may be, I'm still so rusty. Make sure you head on over, support the show. I want to thank our premium members, Todd Burwitz and Toxic. I want to thank our platinum members, Jay Shea, Jedi Master Ren, Cowboy Danger D, which gave me some awesome life and health tips. Thank you so much, sir. Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Millennial Falcon Gaming, Ryuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Strubles and Bits, Bertos Maximos, Chris Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, and Chris the Wizard. I want to thank our gold members, Cypher Primus, Darth Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hyde Indoors, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, Red Arrow, Aegis Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Robbie Bobby Miller, Brenton Zachary, Brenty Blob, Bubble Boy N7, Captain Logan, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, M9 Prime, Stone Cold, Tino Six Speed, N Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Spam and Bayman, Matthew King, and the Overlord. Thank you all so much for supporting us. We couldn't be here or wouldn't be here without your support. So thank you all so very much. And with that, Kyle, it is time. Oh, a long time coming to square up the news.
First bit of news that is being squared up comes from PS Lifestyle. Michael Larry over there writes, Spider-Man 2 story trailer shows Venom in action. Insomniac Games said that its Comic-Con panel would have a lot of Venom, and that turned out to be accurate. The team unveiled a new Marvel Spider-Man 2 story trailer that gave players a decent look at the infamous symbiote in addition to laying out more of the narrative.
Ooh, okay, so let's break this bad boy down. I've been dying. I've been itching.
Let's do it.
To first talk about this trailer.
Yeah, let's
Kyle,
do it.
we're going to heal the world.
We sure
All
are.
Right? I don't want to go like break down scene by scene. I think it's been overdone. I don't want to spoil too much for folks, but what I will say is like at this point, if we're referencing the trailer, like if it's in promotions, you know what I mean, promos and whatnot. We're not spoiling anything, but if you really, really don't want to get spoiled, I guess skip ahead 5 minutes.
Sure.
But overall thoughts on that trailer, Kyle?
Oh my God. I loved it. I cried. It's the way that they have all aged as characters. I love. I love MJ's new look. I love Miles' new look. It's cool to see Harry in this universe. Obviously the Venom stuff looked rad as all hell. And my God, Tony Todd, that voice, man.
Dude.
Oh boy.
Dude.
Chills.
You know, yeah, I think I watched that trailer for a good hour.
Yep.
Just like, and I think the one thing we have to give Insomniac credit, because when we call Spider-Man 2, we say Spider-Man 2 PS5. I really want us to kind of rebrand it as Insomniac Spider-Man 2.
Sure, I like that.
I think it sounds way better, and
Yep.
I think it gives so much. I guess like the importance that Insomniac really plays.
Yeah,
here.
it gives them the credit that they absolutely deserve.
Absolutely deserve.
Yeah,
because it's taking. I mean, it's just building on what we love from Spider-Man 1 and just building upon it. And it seems like we're getting more of just what we loved and then some. So like we saw like things like the wingsuit. We saw some of the abilities we may see. We saw some of the story beats. Some returning characters like Mr. Negative.
Yeah,
you know?
That was cool. I didn't realize that was him until way later.
Like Keanu? Even like talking about the models. I think now the face change for Peter makes more sense.
Yeah.
I think he looks way better, where it kind of felt like, I watched Indiana Jones over the break and I loved it. But when they do the CG face, it seems like that's Harrison Ford's face on a different body.
Yeah.
That definitely felt like a different face on a different body. Now this seems way more natural. He looks, like Peter. That said, Miles looks awesome.
Amazing.
MJ looks respectfully.
Yeah.
And people are like, that's not the same face actor as well. I'm like, are you kidding me? No, that's the same.
Yeah.
That's the same face from the first game.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job. You're right. Aging up the characters slightly. So that like you can see, Miles has grown a bit, not like leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
But like you can see more detail on his face. You can see more detail on her face. You can see again more detail on Peter's face, where it looks so damn good. The lighting as well. Like when Peter's holding the dinner plates up, I'm like, oh my God.
And just
how beautifully lit
the
that
detail in the Spidey suits, and just seeing like how textured they look. I'm so excited to see the other suits and what they can really do on PS5 with the power that they can use at their disposal.
The texture of the suits, the lighting, like just seeing Manhattan and how just bright everything is.
Yeah.
Everything's just, the colors are popping more. Like it seems a bit more vibrant.
Yeah.
I loved all of it. And then I saw my baby boy Venom. And I've always known Venom as the villain. So when I say like Venom's one of my, like everybody's like, he's an anti-hero.
No, I'm with you. He's a bad guy. He's not the greatest guy in the world.
Yeah, he's not the. No,
I mean, canonically in the comics, he was like Peter's bully.
Exactly.
So like, how can you be okay with rooting for that kind of guy? I don't know. Couldn't be me.
I just know him from the '90s show, and he'll eventually do the good thing at the very last minute, which makes him a bit of a wild card. But like, he's always been the baddie.
Yeah.
And I've never had any doubt that like Venom's design would be amazing. I'm just so awestruck of how monstrous Venom is. And I've seen a lot of people, Kyle, talk about, they're like, the main subject, who is Venom? I don't care. I want to know, Kyle, and actually, people want to know, is Venom a playable character? Like the Green Gorilla Gamer, who writes in, "Sup boys? You already know what it is. San Diego Comic-Con dropped some huge updates on Spider-Man 2 with a new story trailer, a console, a accessory reveal, and of course, Venom in all their glory." Now, Venom is about as brutal as anti-heroes come, but he is still an anti-hero. See, again, agree to disagree. Could Harry take the symbiote and be on the side of Spider-Man while they take on Kraven? making him a playable character, albeit brief. And then he succumbs to the darkness and becomes the villain later on, like the statue shows, or both Spider-Man fighting Venom. Kyle, again, I think I know who Venom is, but I don't know how deep of a conversation.
I think we have different opinions on who we think Venom is.
Who do you think Venom is?
Well, I texted you. I think it's Harry.
Okay.
Because of the dialogue in the trailer.
Yeah, but they change up dialogue all the time. They change up things that happen, like the first Spider-Man trailer.
I know, but I'm going to take what they're giving me, and I think that's kind of what they're hinting at.
I think he's definitely Scorpion.
Oh, I
think this.
Oh, you changed. You texted me. You texted me Lizard.
Sorry. I mean Lizard. I always get those two mixed up. It's 100% Lizard. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even there is that clip of the lizard shrieking, and you see the symbiote starting to come loose.
If you look closer, that is Peter on there in the suit.
Yeah. But we're finding out that Venom doesn't like noise.
Oh,
so it's starting to screech off. So we might have that church bell moment.
I hope not. Please, I don't want that moment. Joe, don't even will that into existence.
I'm willing it. It's a good scene. Kyle, listen, for all the guff that we give, and rightfully so, of Spider-Man 3, that scene's dope. And listen, I know I'm addicted to the Zeet. I saw an amazing Zeet. Nay, a Yeet. We're gonna call it. It's a silent X.
Sure. Yeah.
I saw an excellent Yeet of the CG of that suit when he's ripping it off still holds. It's cool.
Sure.
And even in the comics and in the cartoons, that's how it happens. Yeah. I'm expecting that moment. I think it's cool.
Okay.
But I think instead of it falling on Eddie Brock, it's gonna fall on the Lizard. And I think
Connors?
Yeah, I think this Venom eats people. That's what I'm thinking. Because that Venom is cool as shit.
Man, I just want to play this game right now.
I know, right? So let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because again, I'm okay, so you think it's Harry? End of conversation. You could be right, and as long as it's well written, I'm gonna be on board with anybody. It could be MJ for all I care. Don't let him make out with it, please.
I did see somebody even brought up what if Venom is Genki?
Yeah.
That would be wild.
I mean, it
could be anything.
It could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be anything. Right. Yeah.
But because here's the thing, after Across the Spider-Verse, people are like, man, if they don't introduce, Spider-Woman in here, we don't get that Gwen Stacy suit, I'm gonna be upset. I say we could introduce Gwen, but what I would like is a playable Venom. Do you think we're getting? Or do we? Because here's the thing: Venom is the main. They say is the main villain.
Mm-hmm.
Venom's intention is not to take over the world, not to take over Manhattan. It's simply to kill Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think? Are we going to play as Venom in this game?
Oh boy, I don't know how that works story-wise. Right? If he's the main villain, I'm expecting that fight to be the last boss fight. Is it only going to be free roam after you beat the story you can play as Venom? Right. I don't know. I am also on record. I don't know if I really want to play as Venom. I know that's controversial.
Whoa. Why?
I know. Because we said earlier, to me, he's a villain. He's not an anti-hero. Right. He's a villain. I don't want to play as a villain. I have a feeling if they try to make that work, it's going to be the same sort of disappointment that I felt at the end of Infamous Second Son, where those concrete powers you get at the very end, you use for 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so.
Right.
I don't want them to pigeonhole themselves into that. Granted, Venom is way bigger and better and more beloved than that example, but I just want them to focus on the Spider-Man. I don't know if I want to play as Venom, honestly. I don't know.
Okay. I want Venom so bad. Because I hear what you're saying. Like, he's supposed to be the villain, whatever. We could have, though, amazing moments as Venom. Like, the way I kind of view it is like, yeah, I love Star Wars. Y'all know that, right? I love Battlefront. It's a great game. But when you see Darth Vader drop on that map, everybody's going to be Vader, right? Like, everybody wants that unstoppable, just like, wreaking havoc type of like death machine. I would love to play as Venom, and I think what would make him more interesting, and please hear me out here, is he's not like the web slinger that we see Miles is, or Peter is. Where like Peter, he's doing all sorts of kind of like tricks and whatnot. Or sorry, he's more like conservative, as where like Miles is doing all like the cool like tricks and stuff in the air. I want to make Venom's monstrous behemoth-like body to kind of feel like he's more like jumping, and he's swinging every now and again, but he's landing and then he's doing another jump in the air.
Do you want to know why I'm laughing at you saying that?
Why?
It's reminding me of King Shark in the Suicide Squad gameplay. Because that's how he's traversing through that city.
Because here's the thing, and again, hear me
There's
out.
anything wrong with that. I'm excited for that game. Just put that out there.
But hear me out. It's Omniac's making it, and I'm thinking of it as the old Hulk game. I think it was on PS2, but I'm remembering it. Ultimate Destruction. I remember it on Xbox, the original, where like, yeah, the Hulk, you were just jumping around that city, and it was so much fun. There is a way to find the fun in jumping around and just like ping ponging across Manhattan. I think Insomniac can do that. I think if they find a way to break through that, like, that gameplay hook when you're swinging, because everybody loves the swinging mechanic, but to add something different to the physics of Venom, I think there's something there.
Okay.
I would like to see it.
Hear me out.
All right.
I'm going to fix my earlier statements.
Okay.
I'd be okay with playing as Venom if the DLC is Venom.
Ooh.
Maybe not the main story stuff as Venom, but maybe after whatever narrative Insomniac is telling, that's probably going to make us cry at the end. The DLC, like the City That Never Sleeps DLC, the stuff that introduced Black Cat in the first game. It's like an actual, not playable, but maybe we're Venom after this story, and Venom's trying to fix his ways and become more anti-hero than full-on villain kind of thing. I'd be okay with that, just maybe not main story kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, to add on to that question. Green Gorilla adds, I love the speculation, but let's talk about something real. That console. Who's getting it? I'm getting the whole PlayStation 5 bundle with the bonus controller, another set of plates for the current PlayStation 5. I don't give a fudge. My fiance will also be getting a controller and possibly a set of plates, and she'll be standing in line for me to pre-order everything while I'm at work, unless I'm too sick to go in. Much love to you both. Good to have you both back. The last 2 episodes were fantastic, despite what some people might be saying, Joe. They want me gone.
What?
And Kyle, it was fun to have you host the show.
Hey.
You should steal it away from Joe more often.
I mean, I've been trying for years.
Hashtag House of Bangers. Hashtag House of Slangers. Hashtag 86 days until Spider-Man 2.
Whew.
Kyle, let's talk about that console.
Oh, baby, baby, baby.
Did PlayStation finally do it?
I hope so. I was wondering if they waited, because Final Fantasy had maybe plates only in Japan, right?
Yeah, and they're beautiful too.
They are. They're gorgeous. I wonder if they're waiting for the cross-gen stuff to end.
What do you mean?
Because like we didn't get faceplates for Horizon. That was a cross-gen game. We didn't get it for Ragnarok. But we got a controller for God of War, nothing for Horizon. But I'm just wondering if maybe that's their logic there. I don't know. It's stupid anyway. I'm just happy they're doing it.
Yeah, it is a shame, because I think Horizon should have got plates.
Absolutely.
And God of War, that would be on my
me?
PS5 right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But The console. All right, let me describe it for those of whom who haven't yeeted in a while or haven't seen the yeets. It's a mostly black console, but on the edge, I think a good third of it, it's like the Spider-Man symbol is broken out. It's like breaking from the infection. So you're seeing a infected like Spider-Man suit kind of crawling up the console. And you see the beautiful, Spider-Man emblem on both sides. One of the other side is like completely black, and you're seeing that ominous like white-looking logo. The controller, same thing. It's like instead of the Spider-Man suits breaking through, it's the Venom symbiote slowly taking over the controller.
Yeah.
Holy Kyle.
I need these in my life.
They look so good.
They really do. And I love that it's similar to the PS4 Pro of Spider-Man, the very bright red one with the white Spidey symbol on it.
Loved it. That was mine. Yeah.
That's great.
I think this is one of their best looking limited edition consoles. Just ever.
Agreed.
I think there's a few that beat it, like the Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain one.
Sure.
Is beautiful. But Kyle, I want to know, man, these covers, these plates, these controllers, day one for you, I assume?
Yeah, as soon as I have money. Controller is the highest of priority. I love a good controller.
100%. Yeah.
The plates, they're cool. I don't know if I would buy them just to have them on a display. I don't know if I would put them on the PS5.
I'll put it on the PS5.
Yeah, well, what am I talking about? Yeah, I probably would get them.
Come on. Here's my question.
I'm not buying the full console bundle though.
No, that's too rich for my blood. Yes. Unless, Kyle, what if this is a whole bunch of tomfoolery that we're seeing in front of us? What if this is not actually the limited edition console we're seeing, but the idea of a limited edition console?
What?
Okay. Let me. We're gonna talk about the PS5 Slim in just a sec.
Oh, no.
What if that PlayStation 5 design? Kyle, are you all right?
I don't know if we're live anymore. It says an error occurred.
Oh no!
I'm gonna check YouTube real quick.
Okay.
Audio listeners. Oh no.
Audio listeners.
This doesn't affect you.
Yeah, you're fine actually. Oh, when did this happen?
I just noticed it.
33 minutes in. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Something may have
loving it.
Started stream. It doesn't say the stream ended.
Oh, okay. Maybe just in the playback preview thing. Let me see.
Oh, yeah, nobody's saying.
We're still good.
Look at that. Nothing's broken, baby. All right. Everybody, you're about to see a hard edit. You ready? You ready for this? You're in it. All right. You're in the show. You're part of it. Kyle, what if we're seeing a whole lot of tomfoolery in front of us? Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that's not really the PlayStation 5 Limited Edition console because the Slim hasn't gotten revealed yet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't think they would do that.
No, because rumor has it, the Slim's coming out sooner rather than later. So you think that this is going to be like the last batch of PS5s that we're seeing?
Yeah.
Because like, how would people feel? It's like, oh, I got the Spider-Man PS5. This is awesome. Then 3 weeks later, it's like, here's this discless PS5 Slim.
Well, there is already a discless PS5 Slim. It's digital version. You know what I mean?
Okay. You know what? Fine.
I'm sure they would just use the digital version of the plates on that one. I'm sure they retrofitted it to make sure it would work.
So you're thinking it's just like, hey, these plates will be just...
They'll work on whatever the next iteration is.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That said,
I want to get flaps fly, Joe. You can't get rid of those flaps.
No. No, we got to draw the line somewhere, all right? Bertos Maximus writes the next question about Spooderman, and that is not a question. I just want to say it's good to have both of you back together. And oh, yeah, hoping for Venom being playable. Thank you, Bertos. That said, Kyle,
Really
a
quickly,
next mini story. Yeah, go for it, sir.
are the oh my god, PS Direct exclusive for these things, or can we get them elsewhere? Can people get them elsewhere? Also, shout out to the Discord who I saw earlier today. We're like, man, we need to figure out why they're messing with Joe and Kyle. We're gonna try to get to the bottom of this. I appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah, thank y'all. Luckily, you could pre-order this in participating retails stores. So I'm assuming Amazon, Best Buy,
everywhere.
Yeah. I'm going to GameStop on Friday, and I'm gonna pre-order everything I can. So that's gonna be a good time to waste my first really big paycheck.
Yeah.
So, ooh-wee, treating yourself, not feeling bad about it slightly.
Nope.
And I wanted to add this story in here, though it's not the biggest thing in the world. It's kind of an addition to, but it's something worth talking about. Insomniac related. So take it away.
So Mina Khan over at PS Lifestyle writes, Insomniac already working on another unannounced AAA PS5 game. Insomniac Games appears to have 3 AAA PS5 games in development, one of which has yet to be announced, according to a developer working on the project. Aaron Eberhardt, a project director on the unannounced game, revealed this tidbit of information during an interview last September, which has only just started making rounds online. Insomniac Games has 3 PS5 exclusives in the works simultaneously. At the time of Eberhardt's interview in question with Full Sail University, Insomniac had already announced Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's Wolverine. Eberhardt, a former Blizzard Entertainment employee who also worked on PlayStation Now at Sony, mentioned that she had been at Insomniac for almost a year at the time of the interview. Quote, "So I'm working on an unannounced title," Eberhardt said, adding that she can't talk about the project. She then expressed excitement over hitting her 1-year anniversary at Insomniac in November 2022 and completing 5 years at Sony Interactive Entertainment as a whole. Quote, "It feels really good to be back home at Sony," Eberhardt continued. "I feel like they really, really invest in their employees. They invest in our education, they invest in our well-being, and they invest in our growth," end quote.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Aaron, man.
I know, right?
Because like this is just like I feel like it was like a seminar for like students, right? And for some reason someone got a hold of this and just put it out on the X platform.
And this was,
you know,
last year she said this?
Yeah. No. She said it just recently, but she's been at Insomniac.
I thought
for over
they
a year.
were taking this quote from something she said months ago.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, and we've kind of, it's like we're remembering again, you know, it's like the hypnosis ended. They have been working on multiple titles. We've known this, but again, it's like we've been reminded of the fact.
Mm-hmm.
I just have one comment. Insomniac, please sleep. Y'all need it. Okay. I get it. It's in your name. Rest.
Please rest. I mean, when you really think about it, PS5 has been out for 3 years now. In November, it'll be 3 years. We have gotten Spider-Man Miles Morales. We've gotten a full-on Spider-Man PS5 remaster. We've gotten Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And now we're getting Spider-Man 2 this year. That's 4 games in a 3-year span. Chill.
Go to sleep.
Please. I mean, we love you.
Please. We love you so much.
One of the best acquisitions in gaming history.
Yeah, honest to God. Probably one of the best. Like, just top 5.
But with that being said, this better be Resistance. I'm just saying it right now.
I was gonna say that was my second question.
I did see a rumor that this was like a multiplayer focused title.
It is, yeah.
And so as long as it's a Resistance game with a multiplayer component to it, I'd be in. Like, I'd play it regardless because I love Resistance so much. I want a single player experience in the Resistance world again. So bad.
Honest to God, I think Resistance could do it this time around. I think it could either be a VR game, and that would be totally rad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just seeing how they can work with the Move controllers and or the Sense controllers, and just like all the types of haptics and whatnot that they can do in VR. Like, we know that prior to the acquisition, they had a VR teams over there. So like, I would love to see what they've been cooking up in the VR space. But I also want it to be Resistance, because I do think PlayStation can make a very competent first-person shooter, and I think Insomniac could do that. And I think if you're at Insomniac, you, as much as you love Spider-Man, as much as you may love Wolverine, and and Ratchet and Clank, you also kind of get inspired by wanting to stretch your muscles elsewhere. Like, hey, I've been doing a lot of comic book stuff. Maybe let me see what I can do with something dark and a little bit more post-apocalyptic.
An alternate history kind of setting.
Exactly. We have nothing to fear but the Chimera and their googly eyes. Famous FDR quote.
That's the next public hearing on C-SPAN. Yeah. It's going to be about the Chimera invading.
It's Oppenheimer, but Chimera. We got to nuke London or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kyle.
Yeah.
We think it's both Resistance and, again, at the same time, Insomniac. Take a rest. Take a nap.
Please,
You've earned it.
Please.
All right. It's time to get into the next bit of news, but it's a rumor, so it's a new little segment, or a segment I like to call Rumor Has It. God. Take it away.
Does Adele still make music? I haven't heard a new Adele song in a while.
I think she had one last year.
Did she? Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it was but I think it was more happy and about her kids, so it wasn't as good.
Oh, fair.
I need my artists to be sad at all times.
Yeah.
That's where the most creativity comes.
And as you say, and other people say about the games I like, I like my indie games sad all the time too. This next bit of news also comes from Zarmina Khan, again at PS Lifestyle. Zarmina, shout out. We love using your stories. You're killing the game. Rumored PS5 Slim might not be slim after all. Known insider Tom Henderson has said that the rumored PS5 Slim might not end up being a slimmer version of the console at all. Henderson, who first leaked the upcoming hardware revision, never suggested that it would be a thinner version of the launch model, but reports referencing PS5 Slim continue to persist. Henderson claims to have seen prototypes of the revised PS5, and based on what he's seen, he thinks the new hardware will only feature, quote, slightly different dimensions at best. Dev kits of the new PS5 model reportedly made their way to game developers earlier this year. As far as the release date is concerned, Henderson stands by his report that the revised PS5 will be out in September, so a reveal is expected soon. Quote, I'm inclined to believe it will just be called a PS5 and branded as an improved model, Henderson wrote, doubling down on his claim that the new PS5 will completely replace the launch model. Earlier this month, PS5 consoles were discounted across Europe and a number of countries in other regions, leading to speculations that Sony was making room for the revised model.
Okay, Kyle. So let's stop right here, right now. Do you think that this is maybe a slightly smaller PlayStation 5? Like, not so much slim, but like maybe it's the size of a PS3 or like maybe a PS4 Pro? Like, is that the dimensions we're currently like looking at? Because it's kind of sounding like he's saying, let's calm the expectations here.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
I think realistically, excuse me, I think it's just the parts that they were using for PS5, they could make a little bit smaller. So I think looking at the PS5, I just think maybe it's the middle part is just getting a little thinner. Like the black part in the middle, I think it's just a little bit smaller.
Now, do you think they'll be smart and they'll add that separate drive that it's also usable on, like, let's just say my PlayStation Digital?
Oh, like actually unveil it at the same time kind of thing?
Like go, hey, this is the new PlayStation 5. It's one SKU. It's all digital. Here's this little attachment akin to like the Xbox HD DVD drive.
Sure.
It's on the side. And it looks like a mini-me. Like, it's ridiculous. And they go, and hey, listen, if you're a digital user, you could plug this in to your PlayStation 5 Digital OG, and it work.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know my thoughts on that thing. I think it's dumb. Just by disc version.
I think you're dumb.
It's not like the disc version can't download digital games already.
Listen,
I mean, come on.
sometimes I buy a collector's edition like I did for Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
I bought it digital and I bought it physical. Why? I'm an idiot. So I went there and I traded in the physical just disc and I kept the
Yeah.
steelbook because I'm a sicko.
Sure.
I understand that's wasteful. I understand that's irresponsible. I understand that patreon.com/PS4Room. I'm only kidding. It doesn't go to games. It goes to equipment. But you get my point, right? Like, I would love to say, all right, you listen, I bought a physical thing for the steelbook, but let me just play it on my digital PS5. That's my only issue that I've been having with the digital only console. That being said, though, I got Pikmin for $16.
Ooh.
So,
and to your issue there, I'd be like, that's a you problem. You made that choice. You could have gotten the disc version. You know what I mean?
I think PlayStation is so PlayStation that they will get that. They will probably say the same thing to me that you're saying. It's like, well, that's your problem. Go buy the new PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. No, I do
Yeah,
think
whatever.
I do think they'll have that separate thing on its own that will work with the OG PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
I don't think that will only work with this new revised thing. I think that'd be really dumb. It's just a USB connection, right? Like, it should work.
You say that, but again, I had to log into my PlayStation account on my Vita via PC.
But the Vita is old at this point.
But it's why though, you know?
Well, why did they have proprietary memory cards that were hundreds of dollars each?
Exactly. Why did Invisimals exist? These are questions that we have. You know? What? I mean, we're going to talk about it later, but like, why put out Dreams on PlayStation Plus now while it's dying?
Yeah.
We act like PlayStation, oh, they're number one, they're so smart. Let's pump the brakes.
They've kind of lucked into a fair bit of their success.
Exactly. Sometimes it feels like they lucked into it because they make some left turns. All right.
But
ADG Gaming writes in.
Really quickly, though, I don't know if ADG is going to bring it up, but are we expecting a blog post? Are we expecting like a video presentation for this slim version?
I mean, great question. Do you think
or
this
a
warrants
showcase?
Is this the showcase that was promised?
Man, I hope so. I'm jonesing for another one already. Like, I'm ready to go.
Right. Like, I mean, listen, Daddy's still hungry. Daddy needs his
Stellar
food.
Blade.
That's what I
Where's
say.
it at? I want to see it.
Rise of Ronin. Where is it?
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Not to say like, oh, PlayStation heard nobody liked that showcase, or not a lot of people like that showcase. I thought it was fun, but you know, so now they made it up in like 3 months' time. That's not how that works. This had to be of something that was always in the pipeline to be a thing. So I don't think it's going to be called a showcase. I think we're going to just get another state of play in September, and that's going to probably be, I would say mid-September, you probably get one. And you get, or maybe just because it's a holiday season, because Project Q and the earbuds and all that. Maybe I could see late August, early September.
Yeah.
And maybe they're out in November. And that makes justification for that Spidey PS5 to be a thing.
And probably another Spider-Man, maybe a gameplay thing to get us pumped for Spider-Man like in a month or so. Thing. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Here's the thing. ADG Gaming writes in, hey guys, hope all is well. Still consider myself a quote-unquote new listener from across the pond.
Hello.
Right? Sorry about that. Question, as you noted in the post above, although it's not been officially revealed yet, it's looking very likely that we are getting a PlayStation 5 Slim, but also a PlayStation 5 Pro at some point next year. My question to you is, do you feel like consoles need a mid-generation upgrade? Can you see Xbox doing the same thing at some point in the generation to try to keep up with PlayStation in terms of power, etc.? What would be the maximum price you would pay for a PlayStation 5 Pro before considering it to be quote-unquote too expensive? And for what is essentially the same system but a bit more grunt under the hood? Keep up the great work, guys. Although I have not been a listener for long. First episode was June 1st on Spotify. Ooh. Rate us 5 stars, please. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work, guys. Oh, sorry. You are my go-to podcast when it comes to all things PlayStation. Love the chemistry you have together and both enjoy listening to. Appreciate you both. Hashtag Team Slinger.
Oh, ADG.
God bless you, sir.
I love what you said, but man, that last little bit hurt. That hashtag, oh boy.
That's right. And you know what? Now that we know aliens exist, I'm just placing my odds here. Xenu bless you, sir. Xenu bless you.
Oh, you got that pamphlet from Tom Cruise immediately?
I'm vindicated, but must that motherfucker feel right now?
He probably
he's sitting back.
He was on the side of some plane 40,000 feet in the air. It was like, oh, it's happening. Hey, I told you.
Right? He's like sitting back on like a lawn chair. He's like really far away. He's like, oh, so now this doesn't seem so outrageous now, doesn't it?
Crazy for jumping on a couch now.
That's right. That's right. All of a sudden, spirits going into a volcano doesn't seem all crazy anymore.
Sorry,
PlayStation 5 Pro.
Yeah. Do we need a mid-generation upgrade? I feel like the PS4 made sense.
Sure.
And that was very similar. Like the Pro was 3 to 4 years into the PS4 life cycle, I think.
Yep.
So we're getting to that point in this generation. It might not be a huge jump or might not seem super necessary. But
apparently you could do 8K, Kyle.
I don't care about 8K. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm light years away from affording an 8K TV. Let's just be real. Yep. And while it might not be the biggest of jumps, if it makes more devs be able to hit like that 4K 60 frames ray tracing thing, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Okay. So I asked folks on the Xverse. Actually, you know what? Now that kind of sounds cool. Maybe he was on to something.
Nope. Strike it from the record.
I was on the Xverse and I yeeted out. I go, guys, again, X is silent and now pronounced like a Y. Do we think this is needed? And it was super split. Like people are like, no, like we barely got these consoles. Like we finally ditched the cross-platform stuff. We're finally now seeing Xbox Series and PlayStation 5 only games. And now all of a sudden we're saying that this power isn't enough. There needs to be a bigger, better box. I'm of half a mind of that. I'm like, we just started getting PlayStation 5 like truly exclusive stuff. So maybe we can hold off another year or two to really test out these consoles. And if COVID did impact development the way we think it did, this console generation is going to be a year or two longer. So the way I see it is like realistically, no. But for the crazies out there, and I point to myself, who love that 60 FPS and wouldn't hate to say, hey, no compromise 4K.
Yep.
That's actually something that could be appealing to the niche audience of the folks out here like myself and yourself included, of going, yeah, I would like that. Like I see it all the time. I mean, you see like the dumb, side-by-side comparisons, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of like
they've been around forever.
Yeah, like to me, I don't think PlayStation's necessarily doing it to make a more, a stronger box than Xbox. I think they're doing it because they know that there's an audience that really wants that 4K 60, and they think that the runway is going to run out for that soon, and this could be a product that could supplement that need for that audience. And if they can make more money on hardware, they will. So I think that's why PlayStation's doing it. But is it necessarily needed? No, but will I still be the dum-dum that buys it?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I agree with you. Do we need it? Absolutely not. But does it make sense to fix that kind of problem? Absolutely, because you can already see it when a major game comes out and isn't even hitting 30 frames per second. People, it's an outrage, and it doesn't. It's not doesn't do the game service, right?
Yeah.
So why not just try to eliminate that problem if this new PS5 Pro can just handle 60 frames for every game, and then the devs don't have to worry about that. It's just one less thing to worry about to patch to get rid of that negative tick off the box server views, you know?
Yeah. So how much is this bad boy going to cost us? Remember, the price of bread is like $9 in 12 cents.
Absolutely. For the interview today, it was in a very fancy place, and I was walking by a bagel place, and they had a special deal today. Burger, fries, and a can of Coke, $15.99. Like, you, sir, are high on drugs. What are you talking about?
What type of beef are we serving here,
First
y'all?
of all, you're a bagel place. What's going on here?
Yeah. Why do you have hamburgers at a bagel place?
I don't know, but they were offering it.
It's like I went to a pizza place. No, we're going on this tangent, and they're like, we sell empanadas now.
What?
And I went to another pizza place. They're like, we're selling tacos every Tuesday. Motherfucker, your name is Mario.
Yeah, you're Joe's Pizza. What are you doing?
Exactly. Mario, like Mario, okay?
Yeah.
Like, you're Mamma Mia Pizzeria. All right? I'm
not Mamma Mia Taqueria. You're Mamma
exactly.
Mia Pizzeria.
I'm going to my Abuela if I want that goddamn empanada. You get it? All right?
Yeah.
Come on. You're a pizzeria. Stick to pizza. You're a bagel shop. You stick to bagels.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could do an occasional omelet.
Sure.
You could do a sandwich. I will allow you a sandwich.
Yep.
If that meat is going between a bagel.
Yeah. Don't sell me burgers. I don't want that.
Don't sell me burgers. I will allow you to have wraps, but those wraps need to have an omelet inside. Okay? It's Adam and cheese.
No.
Not Adam and beef. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry if I'm old-fashioned here, but that's what I feel in my heart.
God. What were we talking about? Oh, the price of the Pro?
Yeah. I can't wait for this to be the 3-hour podcast, you know?
Man. $650.
Jesus Christ.
I
think
or $6.
I think they're gonna be. Yeah, I think they'll be ludicrous and say $6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think $6. I think this is gonna be for like, hey, this is for the most premium thing, whatever. When it comes to, and again, I'm not a fan of that price. I want to say that.
Absolutely not. No.
But let's maybe hope, the PlayStation 5. Well, actually, wait. Let's pump the brakes. The digital PlayStation 5, the rebranded PlayStation that we're getting this year, is $400. So I actually think the PlayStation 5 Pro, $500. So it'll always stick to that price. You think that makes a little bit more sense, Kyle?
It does, and I'm sorry I'm like half paying attention.
No, I threw it back to you because I thought you were frozen. I got scared.
No. I'm trying to figure out what the difference between the original PS4 and PS4 Pro were.
Oh, yeah. The
PS4 Pro came out at $400.
Yeah.
And PS4 was $300?
I think it was like $350, something like that.
Okay, so like a $50 to $100 difference. So yeah, around the $600 range, I could see them charging.
Okay. Damn, you can see $600.
Well, was it the PS5? 5?
But again, that PlayStation 5 is not going to exist anymore.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So the digital is going to be $400. That's going to be your PlayStation 5 new SKU. So like a $200 difference. I better see Xenu when I'm playing that thing.
Haptics better be in my body. It better come with that vest we talked about last week, the Assassin's Creed vest.
Yeah, so I think 500 is a sweet spot.
Okay, all right.
That said, their question of does Xbox need it to do it? No. I genuinely don't think I think the Xbox Series X is like the Trojan horse of consoles. What I mean by that is like that's what we're gonna buy. The hardcore player, we're gonna buy the Xbox Series X. We want to see all the fidelity, right? But I think for the average consumer, I think most people, and again, this is me talking out of my element. I don't know Xbox that well. I think the Xbox that Microsoft wants you to buy is really the Xbox Series S. I think that is what they want people to go out there and purchase. I think they actually want the Series S, not the X. So, or again, just how I'm thinking about it in my head. So to me, I think it's not really about the power game to Xbox. It's just about getting Game Pass everywhere. So I can see actually them doing a gamepad. I could see Microsoft, going, I mean, they're already out there on TVs, but doing that Fire Stick that was rumored to be a thing. Or maybe it's now turned into like an Apple TV puck. Who knows? But I think that's what Xbox's allure is. I don't think their allure is making an even more premium, higher price tag thing. I think theirs actually is about like to destroy the barrier of entry, if that makes sense.
Fair.
All right, there you go. That's been the achievement haul. Nailed it. And also, thank you for listening, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, let's talk about the next story on the list. Holy crap, there's so much PlayStation stuff.
It's a whole lot. And I am rapidly turning into a puddle, but I'm having a good time. Vicky Blake over at Eurogamer writes, PlayStation's Project Q leak includes images and video of the unreleased handheld system. Several images and a video of what's alleged to be PlayStation's newly announced handheld system, currently only known by its codename Project Q, have leaked online. Self-confessed quote-unquote tech enthusiast Twitter user Zuby_tech posted the images over the weekend, purporting that the system runs on what appears to be Android's Tiramisu software, or some variation of it. Thanks, the loadout is what they put in there. I don't know what that means. We also get a look at the 8-inch 1080p screen, albeit covered in a terrible screen protector, and the attachable triggers. Sony announced a new handheld gaming device, codenamed Project Q, back in May, confirming that while portable, the system is restricted to letting you stream games from your PS5. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan confirmed that the handheld will launch later this year, although a solid release date has yet to be announced.
We've finally seen the goddamn thing, Kyle.
We saw it. It is what we thought.
In the flesh.
Yep.
That said, Nakachaka writes in, they ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how aesthetically pleasing is the Project Q based on the leaks? 10 means you need a cold shower because it looks so darn good. Or like Salma Hayek getting out of a pool. Everybody, respect. Respect. Oh my goodness gracious. And 1 means you want to vomit every time you look at it. Like when I look in the mirror. Bam.
Oh boy.
Kyle.
I'm the one that self-deprecates here. How dare you?
You're taking my thing.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10. I want to know your thoughts. How does this thing look to you? Everybody's like, it's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, those people have never played a Switch with a grip. Because that is essentially what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm A-okay with it. I would give it like a 9. I think it looks great.
Yeah, listen, I didn't buy this grip on my Vita because it looks good.
No, it's comfortable.
It's comfortable. Yeah. I got old hands.
Are you telling me right now that this DualSense right here, one of the best feeling controllers out there.
Oh, preach it.
This is essentially what the handles are on the Project Q.
Good.
Sign me up. Yes, please. I don't know what you want me to say.
Like, does it look outrageous? Yes.
1000%.
Yes, it does. But I don't give a shit.
No.
Okay, I don't care. I don't care because my biggest problem when I'm holding any handheld device is that my hands immediately start cramping up. Mm-hmm. It's the reason why every time, like I bought my Switch, I bought the Skull & Co grips immediately. And the great thing about that grip, it's also a little bit like form-fitting enough so that you can actually slide it into the dock and it be functional both, you don't have to take it all out and ever. So like for me, it's like I don't care how it looks. Like a Switch looks silly. You know what I mean? Who cares? I'm here to play like Assassin's Creed. Like I'm already looked down upon because I'm playing games. Okay, so like I don't care how much of a jackass I look. Mm-hmm. I see kids walking around nowadays with their Jordanaires, yeeting all over the place.
Hold on. Okay, never mind.
With what is it? Astro headsets on. Like they don't care. You know what I mean? So like, if the youth don't care, why should I? I want something that's comfortable to hold. So yeah, does it look dumb? Sure, I guess. But I don't really like. It's kind of like when we I'm sorry for the tangent. It's like when we bitch about the design of the PlayStation 5. It's like, how many times am I looking at the PlayStation 5 when I'm playing a game?
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't care if you think it's an eyesore. Is the Xbox Series X a little bit too fat? Yeah, sure, it could lose a couple of pounds. But like, am I really looking at that console when I'm playing Halo?
No.
No.
Same thing with a
So, like,
controller. You are holding the controller. I rarely ever look down to see what buttons I'm pressing.
yeah. So I don't care.
No.
I don't care. I don't care. I rated a 9 because I look at it going, oh wow, I won't have carpal tunnel. This is great.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think that battery
Thank God.
life is?
I thought I was
though,
gonna
Joe?
fight you on.
No,
I thought I was gonna fight you on.
I
this.
like the way it looks. You
Do
guarantee
you
it.
guarantee it?
Ah, damn it! Look at that.
Oh, we're on fire this week. That's a great question, Kyle. I think, listen, going off PlayStation
Yep.
battery life,
Yep.
the Elite controller gets 45 minutes, the DualSense gets an hour and 10.
For you,
For you.
I would say
I-
5.
I would say 5.
Yeah. That's
5 is
kind of where I'm going at.
And also, I'm also thinking, do you need 5 hours of battery life, like, at a time? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking of, like, the neck pain that I'm going to develop, the scoliosis that I'm going to get.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
first time that drops on your face while you're laying down playing a game,
Oh, yeah.
you'll feel it.
You'll feel
it. That thing's probably pretty heavy.
Yeah. And I also want to stress this. This is a remote, as we know right now, a remote play device. A remote play, you do not have to be on the same Wi-Fi. Some people think you have to be on the same Wi-Fi for this. No. You could be on someone else's Wi-Fi. That said, this price point, it's PlayStation, thinking 250. I'm thinking that's where I'm I'm in the 250 range.
Same.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to you, Vita.
What?
You ran so the Project Q could sprint.
On Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Maybe a hotspot. Maybe.
We'll see.
But we'll have to see more. And that's why I think we're going to get like another like state of play, but it's not going to be the sexy state of play where we see all the cool things. It's like, hey, here's a state of play of like our hardware. Here's what the new PlayStation 5. Here's the new, earbuds. Here's Project Q. And here's our new streaming service added to premium.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking this is going to be. So what we know right now, it's a remote play device. But it could be something a little bit more. So maybe that could justify the price.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Only time shall tell.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. It's time for some flash news. Gotta go. Gotta run fast. Oh my God, we wasted so much time on Spider-Man.
No, we didn't
Kyle,
waste
I got so much
time.
energy now.
We did not waste time. No time was
never.
wasted.
On this show? Absolutely
Never.
not. Maybe on some other PlayStation shows, but not here. All right. Sea of Stars, available launch day as a PlayStation Plus catalog game. Day one drop, August 29th. Demo out now. Of course, you've been able to play it on Switch for a minute now. Kyle?
Can I really quickly?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm so down for this. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to play Sea of Stars. But I want to actually give a shout out to PlayStation.
Oh, really?
I feel like they are doing a much better job when it comes to indies. The fact that we are getting this day and date on PS Plus catalog, we got Rogue Legacy 2 on PlayStation on day one when it released on PS Plus catalog. Not to mention, when we get in the second, the Essential Games for August, we get a huge indie, one of our favorites. Like, they are supporting them in a way, and they're making it more accessible for people to play.
Yeah.
Whether or not I see a lot of people like, oh, it doesn't interest me. It looks kiddie. You are stupid. Indies are way more important than that, and they don't need you.
That's right.
So I do see a change in how they are handling indies, and I think it's for a positive thing, and hope that this continues every month, every other month. We get like an indie that's going to drop, same day.
Yeah. Now, I'm right there with you. I think this service has evolved in such a
So
faster
much.
pace
Yeah.
over the past year. Like it's like legitimately extra is great. And I think you should be subscribed to extra.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like the games that are coming out there are the ones that I'm even checking out. So
Hmm.
like Sea of Stars, yeah, day one. That's awesome. It's also on Xbox Game Pass, which is interesting. But before I get on that tangent, I want to say, like, this service is becoming what I think we preached for over a year when we heard this, when it was called Spartacus, which is like make it an indie thing.
Yeah.
Make it where like, yeah, you're these games that may have been overlooked, may have been overshadowed. Well, now they're on this service and they're
Hmm.
headlining it,
Hmm.
and it's even more special because PlayStation is putting its stamp of approval on it.
Yes.
You're seeing the effects work well, and obviously it's working well for PlayStation because they keep doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love this. That said,
Yep.
Drellish writes in with this question, just like you can too, by the way. You head on over to the Trophy Room Discord. Apparently, our Discord is huge,
Oh,
so you should be a part of it. It's a big group of
it's pretty
amazing
great.
people want to talk about video games, want to talk about PlayStation. It's fantastic there. All right. They write, this is the first time I felt really good about PlayStation Plus subscription, premium tier here. Sea of Stars on PlayStation Plus, how awesome. My question is, will we A, see much more actions from Sony moving forward, especially with games that have generated considerable buzz? So I'm thinking like the Talos Principle 2,
Mm.
Ghost Runner 2. Do
Essentially
you
the
see
Devolver
those,
catalog.
something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see that coming, like being PlayStation's playbook?
I mean, I hope.
Yeah.
Maybe not only the ones that have a buzz around them, just like give an indie game in there every once in a while, day and date. Like, I just think that's a no-brainer to get
Yeah.
people to discover a new fun game for nothing. Like, I mean, I'll just mention it here. Like, I downloaded Blasphemous on a whim
Yeah.
last week. I have now beaten Blasphemous as of yesterday.
Ooh. Ooh.
I would not have bought that game, but
Yeah.
it was on the PS extra tier. I downloaded it. I had a great time. Now I'm looking forward to the sequel. So if they're going to have more day and date stuff like launching on PS Plus, that is only a win for indies, and I hope they do it for not just the big name people. I want more from I want more Bugsnax and more Octodad out there. Of like day and date kind of stuff.
Just get weird with it.
Yeah.
That said, was this an error? This is the next question. B, was this an error from Sony, and will a competent head roll?
I think he's referencing the Game Pass, same day as Game Pass kind of thing.
Yep. And it goes into C. How is this good for developers also being on Game Pass, and what could it mean for Sabotage Studio moving forward? The game had already had a great traction before, so I was thinking what was the opportunity revenue they might have missed out on. Love you guys, keep it up. You have to figure your Sabotage Studio, and I want to I want to make this known because we're not that type of PlayStation podcast.
Yep.
We're like, we'll buy it to support the developer.
Yep.
That type of thing. The developer is getting their bag, as the cool cats say.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're Sabotage Studio, you know that your game has a considerable amount of buzz.
Mm-hmm.
You know your game looks great. You probably know like Sarah Bond and Shuhei are walking down to play the game. They're impressed. You know that Microsoft is willing to give you a big lump sum for this game. You kind of get to ask your price because you know your game has feet. You know your game has legs, and you are, not to speak ill of the Octodads or any of that, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know that your indie game is a gold standard game.
Sure.
Like that could get someone on a subscription.
Yeah.
So you kind of go, what's in it for me? So I actually think they have more. They kind of have the advantage here in the bargaining table because Xbox could walk away. They don't give you any cash, right? You know that game's still gonna sell.
Sure.
Right? Shu can walk away. You know that game's still gonna do good.
Yeah.
So Go for it.
I was just gonna say, and a thought that I have, and I have no idea if this is what went through their heads. I have no knowledge, whatever. To me, it makes sense if I were in their shoes. What games are coming out a week after Sea of Stars, Joe? Starfield. And Baldur's Gate 3. Massive RPGs. This is an RPG game. So why not just have that on a subscription service, get money up front, so that way you don't have to worry about people not picking it up on day one because they're saving for a Starfield, a Baldur's Gate, an Armored Core. Like, I think that just, to me, that makes sense. Here's another RPG that might be on a smaller scale thing. It's super colorful. It's gorgeous. It reminds me of Chrono Trigger. Like, it's on the service. Just go play it.
And I think if you're Sabotage Studios as well, you're also going, all right, so how much am I getting per download? That's also a thing that we don't talk about. There's the lump sum that they get up front, and from what I'm aware, they also get per download and how many people stick around towards that game they get a bonus from. So if you're Sabotage Studio, and again, I'm not here to speak ill of Xbox. I'm not that type of dude. But you go, okay, how much sales am I really losing from Xbox? Genuinely, when it comes to indies, they are as someone behind the scenes as well, used to do this. When it comes to indies, Xbox is genuinely not the bread earner, right? It's usually Nintendo Switch. So if I'm Sabotage, and I know majority of my sales are going to be from Nintendo Switch and PC.
Yep.
These other two consoles, PlayStation, trying to make a big resurgence into indie for sure, and they are relatively larger piece of that pie than Xbox in terms of indies. So you're kind of just going, okay, I know I'm going to get most of my money from Nintendo and Steam. These two are the safe bet, and they're probably offering a really awesome deal that they can't turn away from.
Yeah.
And I mean, just think about how good this game has to be if PlayStation already sees that Xbox has the deal and go, we need this deal too. This game's going to be that good.
Yeah. After I've played the demo, it's going to be that good. I'm just saying it right now. It's going to be incredible.
So I'm the type of person where I would have bought Sea of Stars on PlayStation. It's now on PlayStation Plus Extra. I'm going to be playing it on PlayStation Plus Extra.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm playing it day one, and I will also double dip and buy a physical version whenever it happens. Because that's it.
I would love to talk to the devs about this.
Yeah.
Maybe
one day. Cool.
Maybe one day. Yeah. Maybe. That said, also on the PlayStation Plus list of the essential games for August, we got PGA Tour 2K23 on PS5 and PS4. We have Dreams on PS4. And speaking of Dreams, Death's Door on PS5, PS4. I'm sorry, that was way too good of a joke to pass up. I know that was mean-spirited. But just, it was good.
Oh,
sometimes the joke is smart.
Fair.
And it's worth my morality. My moral code. How do you feel about this month, Kyle?
I think this is a fantastic month.
Okay.
I mean, for me personally, I've already platinumed Death's Door. It's well worth your time. Please, for the love of all that's holy, play that game. I've been wanting to play a golf game recently. So I'm very excited that the newish version of PGA Tour will be available. I'm excited for that. And it sucks that it took forever. Of Dreams being on this on the service. But I feel like sneakily this might be the greatest PS Plus game ever on there.
Oh, really?
The reason being, it's been, when did it officially come out? 2018?
Yes.
Somewhere around there. The amount of user-generated games that are on there is incredible. Any type of genre you want to play in that, or just see what the cool things people have made, it's there for you. Not only do you have the already pre-made Media Molecule stuff, which I've heard is fantastic in Dreams, but you get all these super cool user-generated things. There are full games in there. So, it's a never-ending playground of, discovering cool things to play. And I'm very, very excited to actually play the actual, levels. Like I tinkered around with like building stuff in the beta, but I never actually like played and stuff. Yeah, no, it was way too complicated. Remember the dream of putting us in dreams for a podcast episode? I remember wanting to do that.
If someone talented could, please. No, I jokes aside about dreams, I saw actually some developers go like, y'all, like I started coding like with dreams.
Yeah.
And I think that's really fucking cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think this is a great month. But Kyle, and I mean, dreams aside, like dreams is you should try it out. Hopefully it gets them a second win from it.
Mm-hmm.
Death Store is amazing. PGA Tour, I'm not a golf guy, but Kyle, if you want to play a golf game, why not just play Last of Us Part 2?
I hate you so much.
Mortal Kombat official.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I did put this in here because I noticed it wasn't in the notes.
Yeah.
High on Life, a previous Xbox exclusive game from Squanch Games, was like stealth dropped on PlayStation a few days ago. Like very little fanfare. I saw there was a trailer that popped up on PlayStation YouTube of afterwards, but like no big thing, and I probably know why because of the Justin Roiland stuff. Yeah. But it's cool that it's now on PlayStation. I was very into wanting to play that game. I think it's $60, so regular retail price. So if you were looking forward to playing that on PlayStation, now's your opportunity.
I might wait on a sale. There's just too much right now.
Yeah.
But like I'd be open to trying it out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now Mortal Kombat. Official Combat Pack. Roster reveal.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Okay. Showcasing 6 playable characters coming post-launch DLC in the Combat Pack, including returning classic combatants, Quan Chi, Ermac, and Tanakashi.
Close.
Along with what I do? You say
Ermac. And Takeda Takahashi.
Takahashi, okay.
Yeah.
Takeda Takahashi. Ermac, like a vacuum cleaner. Mm-hmm. Along with guest fighters, Peacemaker from DC's Suicide Squad film. Oh, yes, and Peacemaker series. Omni-Man from Invincible. And Homelander from The Boys. Finally, The Boys crossover that makes sense.
This is cool.
This is so cool. I
forget. Does Peacemaker look like John Cena? So are we going to witness John Cena doing fatalities? That's wild.
He does. I just shout out. Honestly, when I think of Peacemaker, I'm like,
I gotta watch that again. It was such a good time.
It was such a good time. That show was so. I'm just gonna say it. I'm a Marvel stan.
Yeah.
Peacemaker better than. I'm gonna say all the Marvel shows.
Okay.
I think that's
I can see it. I won't disagree with that. Like I can see why.
It's really great. Yeah. And when I think of James Gunn's DC universe, I try not to think about the Flash or Blue Beetle. I think about Superman, and then I think about Peacemaker, and I go, if he can make this D-list hero like a known name, he's gonna be in a Mortal Kombat for God's sakes.
He did that with Guardians.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
I can't wait. So. Yeah, this seems awesome. Omni-Man's gonna beat the shit out of Homelander. I can't wait. Think about Homelander getting fatality. That's just
Oh my god.
Good. Oh my god. What's his name? The actor?
J.K. Simmons.
No, not just J.K. Simmons. The guy that plays. I think his name's Anthony Starr. If I'm not mistaken.
I think it is Anthony Starr.
Dude. His acting season 3 of The Boys.
Oh boy.
The mirror shot
is
incredible. And the fact that he's not up for an Emmy is honestly a crime. Because amazing. All right. You know what's not amazing, Kyle? This next bit of Flash news, I'm just gonna say it right here, right now. Ubisoft has canceled Immortals Phoenix Rising sequel. This comes from the VGC. The original Immortals was developed by the Assassin's Creed Odyssey studio, Ubisoft Quebec, and generally received favorable reviews. Ubisoft's intention was to grow Immortals into a franchise, with journalist Jeff Grubb reporting last year that it intended to explore different mythologies other than Greece, with future games, such as the Hawaiian Polynesian Myths. And I got Polynesian in like one go. Come on,
Look
what's
at
wrong with my
you.
brain? Sources told VGC future plans for Immortals were cast into doubt after the company decided to pivot towards more prominent brands. VGC also understands that Phoenix Rising did modest with the audience, but a lot of it came via discounting. And put it into context, the sales in Europe were around 70% lower than what Valhalla managed to achieve over a similar time frame. If Ubisoft decided not to continue with the series, it's not particularly surprising considering its stated strategy and the game's modest sales performance. I would argue Phoenix Rising came out with like 3 other Ubisoft games like a month into that game release. So I just don't feel like the reason why this sucks was Immortals Phoenix Rising was a great game. And I think it suffered because it came out in December during the holiday season. I think it suffered because it was crowded by its own Ubisoft titles.
Agreed.
I want to know what your thoughts here, man, because I know you platinumed the game, if I'm not mistaken. I did. You really loved it.
7th in the world. We got to cover the game here. We were lucky enough to get a code, and I fell in love with this game. Like, it was, I could not put it down until obviously I platinumed it, and it bums me out so much to hear their plan of like going to other mythologies and not just stick in Greece. And I'm like, oh god, it would be so cool because the puzzles were super fun and inventive. The combat was Assassin's Creed like, but I still dug it, and I dug the art style of it. I love how it wasn't super realistic like AC. It's just, I'm just very bummed that they decided to just straight up just cancel it, not just like put it on hold or revisit or whatever. Because what are we gonna get? Like, how many? Honestly, I love AC games. I love Assassin's Creed games. How many do we need? There's what, 4 in the pipeline right now? Like, come on, man. It bums me out.
I think you're right. I think the thing that depresses me the most about this news isn't the fact that we're not going to get an Immortals game. More so that we're not going to discover what like the Hawaiian Polynesian myths.
Yeah,
like that's awesome.
Yes,
like we're going beyond Egypt. We're going beyond like the things we know, like Vikings or whatever.
Yeah,
the Greek pantheon, Roman pantheon, whatever. They're pretty much the same. But like you get it. Like we know those. We know Zeus. We know Thor. We know Anubis. All that crap. But I don't know any of the Polynesian myths.
Nope.
And for me, that gets me excited to go, oh, I can learn something.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when actually my favorite like Disney movies as of late is actually Moana.
Moana's great.
Moana is great because like it's a culture that I'm not familiar with, and I'm learning about their myths via this really beautiful, again, I said it again, vibrant, just colorful movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, we're missing out on like what beautiful like reds, greens, and blues we can be seeing.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I'm thinking about like, swimming to each island, right? Like the giants we would be facing like via volcano, where Xenu is. Again, I'm just playing my bet smart. I'm just, that's what we're missing out here.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the biggest bummer is. It's like, someone isn't going to be able to discover something really cool, like a kid, because that's how I discovered and fell in love with history and like mythologies, like Age of Mythologies, Age of Empires.
Oh no, that was like, Hercules for me as a kid. I watched Hercules, was like, oh my god, these things are cool, and then that's kind of like where I jump started and just fell in love with like the Greek mythology and stuff. But like,
what was Danny DeVito's character name?
Oh, was it Phil? I think he was Phil the satyr, I think. On that point of like learning about Polynesian stuff, like that's why I really dug to Chia earlier this year. Like you get to learn a brand new culture and the way they do things in New Caledonia, and the fact that we're not going to get that, but just another Assassin's Creed in a time period we probably have already been in other games.
It just
It's a
seems
bummer.
safe.
It seems very
Yeah.
safe. They know it's going to print money like crazy, so they're going to go for it. This also reminds me a whole lot of when like Square Enix was like, "Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy game, we're real disappointed by what that did." Like, what
Let's not talk about Square Enix.
Are you crazy? That game's awesome.
My favorite line in the Hercules movie is when Phil's walking by Megra and his wallet drops and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's my Magnum condom for my monster dong." Is my favorite line in that movie.
I'm pretty sure that's not what happens.
You know.
But also, shout out to Megra.
Paraphrasing.
One of my first crushes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, mine's is definitely Jasmine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
I think I said it on the show.
Yeah.
I thought Aladdin was based in Puerto Rico. Everyone was sort of tan. And that's why I jived with Aladdin so much. I'm like, he kind of looks like me.
I love that so much.
The 5-year-old Joe taking what he could get, you know? But Jasmine, respectfully.
Yeah.
In this house. Okay. Oh my God, Kyle. Oh my God, Kyle. Oh my God, Kyle. Oh my God, Kyle. Oh my God. Did you see Armored Core 6 gameplay?
I did.
The previews?
Yep.
It's looking pretty good, right?
It's not my thing. I don't want to burst your bubble.
Fair enough.
It's not exciting to me, but I'll let you have your time because I know you're super jazzed by it for it.
I'm watching everything and I'm just like, From Software. First off, I know this is going to be a smaller hit. This is not going to be like Elden Ring.
Sure.
It's not going to be Game of the Year. I get it. But
it could though.
And that's the thing. From Software. Also, settle down, sleep a little bit. You guys must be tired. Every year, you guys have another game, and it's always like Game of the Year caliber. It's nuts how they are constantly in the conversation, whether it's From Software Team A or From Software Team B. From Software, the director of this is also, I believe, one of the directors, on Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. So I'm expecting that. Like, this is going to be a much more honed in game as Sekiro was, but it's still going to have the essence of what we know a From Software game to be. So though this is going to be much linear in scale, I think you're still going to get those honeycomb-esque, level design that From Software is really good at. And I'm just interested to see, because I know of Armored Core, and I know that this is very much a deviation from what we expect From Software games to be now, like a modern From Software. But at the same exact time, you can still see the essence of, your From Software modern take in there, like the lock-on system and whatnot. So to me, I'm really excited to see what this game can do. It is jumped up my list for my most anticipated game.
Yeah.
So far.
It looks flashy. It looks super cool. Yeah. I just think I've never really played a mech game that I totally jived with.
Fair.
And I think that's kind of where my hesitation is. Play Mech Assault?
Fair enough. Yeah, play Mech Assault, man.
All right, we'll see. I'll cue it like a year from now. Kyle never played Mech Assault.
No. I think you're a little late because that came with the original Xbox Live.
Oh,
but,
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So if it takes some more like we talked about in the beginning of the show, the more standardized controls of what we think a third-person action games could play as this, and it seems like it's doing that. Yeah. This game could be something really special. It also gave me Returnal-esque vibes of how we're dodging projectiles.
It did. Yes, I got a little bit of that too. So that is a little bit exciting.
Dad likes. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Could you take the next? Because we're getting out of Flash News. We're entering into the media tab.
Oh boy!
Could you
hit
take it away,
R1
sir? We got
and
three.
Move on over to the multimedia tab.
We got 3 reviews out here.
Twisted Metal reviews are out. This one comes from Kate Sanchez from But Why Though? The series is bombastic, and that comes with a lot of flair. Some awkward but well-fitting special effects and a loudness that rings through. It's not perfect, but it's a good time, and that's all Twisted Metal has ever been. The next
Shout out to Kate.
Next one comes from Matt Fowler from IGN, and Matt gave it an 8. Twisted Metal is absurd and hilarious in exactly the ways you want a dystopian cannibal run to be. Yes, it matches the game's crude humor, but mostly it springboards from there and creates its own dark and warped wasteland sensibilities. And Randy Jones from Roger Ebert writes, a middle-of-the-road action comedy for Peacock from the Deadpool and Zombieland dudes. Thanks, Randy. Great tagline.
Great job. You're the ghost of Roger and Ebert would be so proud of you.
I'm hyped.
Real talk?
I'm hyped.
Real talk?
Yeah.
I think Roger Ebert's the first AI. Let me explain. I thought these guys were still alive. I remember in the 90s they were still alive. And I'm like, wow, they're still kicking it.
Are you also imagining their head in like a frozen kind of pod like Futurama?
I've never seen these gentlemen, but I always imagined them as the old men from the Muppets.
I get it. I get it.
So think about this. 32 or sorry, soon to be 32-year-old man thought puppets from the Muppets we're reviewing movies and shows, and they were real.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right.
Are you psyched for it?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm psyched.
I am too.
I'm actually pretty excited.
It sounds exactly what I expected from a Twisted Metal thing. Not going to take itself seriously. We saw it from those clips, and I'm in. I am so in, and having the Twisted Metal classic games come out on premium this past week, and playing around with that a little bit, and like those games were my jam when I was younger. So just playing around in this world again, and it's back. It makes me feel good.
Yeah. I listen, like we said like a few weeks back, this ain't gonna be Last of Us.
No.
It seems like it's gonna be Peacock's Last of Us. They need it. But like it seems like a 6, 7, maybe even an 8 type of range of a show, and it has a whole lot of comedic faces that I know. So I'm actually really, really excited for this. This is something that I'm gonna be watching when I'm at work for sure on the downshift. So
yeah,
excellent. But I will also take time to say, everybody, go watch The Bear on Hulu/FX. All right, because that show is incredible, chef. Incredible. All right, Kyle, it's time for our segment. What you been playing? Kyle, what have you been playing, buddy?
I finished Blasphemous, and it's a good, not great thing, a great game, in my opinion. It's a little too stiff. I talked about it last week. It's platforming doesn't feel the greatest. Fast travel, navigating the map because you're going all over the place at all times, and it's not the easiest. But I feel like, Joe, the lore is so up your alley. It is Bloodborne to a T, my friend.
God bless.
Even the ending, I'm like, that's a Bloodborne ass ending.
So
it's
super. Am I gonna be the Squid Kid? I don't know. Anything's possible.
It's really, really cool. Like I said, the lore was fun. The bosses are cool. Discovering like hidden bosses was very exciting. The only frustrating thing is it doesn't show me where all the things that I'm missing are at, even after the game's ending. Like most Metroidvania things would be like, oh, there's a thing here you missed or whatever. It's very hard to track and to figure out. And it's
so no way you're gonna plat it, you think?
I don't think so right now. Maybe I'll come back to it because I got a lot of it done. It's but the most annoying thing, Joe, is when I open up the map, it says 99%, and I don't know what I have to do to hit 100%.
Is it locked to buy a trophy? Like, is that a trophy?
That is a trophy. But I've compared it to maps where they have the object of everything that I need, and I went through that whole thing and I did all of it, and it still says 99%, and I don't know. So I walked away. I'm walking away. Maybe in the future I'll come back and figure it out, but give it a download if you're into a very hard action Metroidvania, Souls-like combat. It's on PS Extra, so give it a download if you're into that. And the sequel's coming up in a few weeks, so it's the best time.
I now a lot of people may know this, or some people may know this, not a lot. I've been working tremendously at work. So though I had the staycation, I've worked like 260 plus like shifts. I've been working a lot. So I've not had really any time to play a video game. But what I have been doing on the spare time is looking for a good old fashioned PlayStation Vita because I'm at work and there's a certain time where I get to break one out and not feel like terrible about
Break
it.
one out.
Yeah, break out a Vita or a Switch.
Okay.
So I got Pikmin.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
I don't know why either, but
It's like break
why.
one out. Yeah, I just gonna break one out. You know?
Oh,
Sorry.
Not my place of business. I work at a bakery where we sell hot dogs.
Nope.
Makes
Shut it
sense,
down.
right?
I should not have said anything. I should not have said anything.
But so I now am like I've been on the eBay hunt. I got Persona 4 Golden on it. I bought Resistance as well.
Okay.
Now I want the audience to step in here. What are some hidden gem Vita games that you feel don't get enough love? Let me know in the comments of the video. Not just for engagement, it helps us, it really does. Like, share, subscribe, bell notification. But I really want to know. I want to find some hidden gems on the Vita because surprisingly, there are a lot of games on this.
Yeah,
stuff.
there's a lot.
So I know I want to play Guacamelee next, and I also know, like, listen, again, this Vita, $50 Vita. Thank you, Chris. I also want to see if I can not mod it. Sony, look at me. All right. Never in my life. Okay, would I avoid a warranty? No. I'm not a thief. I only lied about being a thief. Nay, I'm going to open this baby up because the shell here, it's a little bit scratched up. Mm-hmm. So I want to get like a different color shell. And I want to be a little ballsy here. I think eventually down the road, I'm going to try to replace the screen as well. There's a couple of scruffs on it.
Okay.
But my brother's been doing that. He's been taking it apart. So again, I'm not gonna mod it. I actually no. If I'm able to buy the games, I'll buy the games. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Support secondhand or whatever. But my brother's been opening like Game Boys, cleaning them out. Like he's getting into the retro scene. So I think this is gonna be a good way to bond with him.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna see. I think it's gonna be nice.
I will shout out Green Gorilla in chat is saying Severed, which
Severed I'm hearing.
Don't think it has a physical version, so I would grab that before the store is gone forever. Which isn't it already?
Fair enough. No, you can still buy things. You have to load up cards though on it. It's again, that's why
it's convoluted.
It's convoluted. It's PlayStation, man. Yeah. I've also been playing just a little bit of Remnant 2.
Mm-hmm.
I need a Souls-like fix. Again, very early on. I hear nothing but great things. I'm hearing that this game is sorry about that indigestion. I'm hearing that this game is it could be a Game of the Year contender. Right? Like it's deep. I am waiting for that for the game to get there. Again, I'm less than 5 hours, so I'm really right now, it's very good. Like, I think they got something really special here. It's going to sound very elitist. It's a little bit too easy for me right now, so I might up the difficulty a little bit. But I can see where we're going here. I'm just waiting for it to get to that level of, ooh, wowee, though. This is a game. Like, this is something. Because right now, the story is a little, not even. It's basic. I don't think the voice actors are particularly that great, but I understand why they went that way.
Can I throw a comparison out there?
Please.
How's it compared to Outriders?
That's actually a great question. And as I was saying this is why I'm rusty at the podcast game. Remnant is a post-apocalyptic Souls-like shooter. So instead of fixating on, melee combat, it's all about ranged abilities for the most part. As it comes as a competent shooter, it is very Outriders-esque. I think is a really good analogy where I'm fighting off from what it seems right now, like I'm clearing out a level, and then there's a big old kill room with a bunch of special guys that are going to try to run after me or shoot fireballs at me, and a whole bunch of mobs come at me. It seems like it's like, not to say wave based, but I'm fighting a giant wave of enemies. And in that regard, it's kind of, I feel, on the level of an Outriders in terms of shooters. It's very competent in its gameplay department. And I'm also a sniper class. So I'm all about ranged abilities. The farther I am from the target, the better I'm going to be. And I think right now that's the problem, is that my starting class isn't great. But the great thing about Remnant is you could switch any class at any time. So if I'm not doing great as a sniper, I can always switch to another class. And later on in the game, I could actually blend classes together. And I think that's when the game's going to really pick up. So I can be a medic or a sniper or this big tanky class and like a hunter who has a dog. Like, there's a lot of variety there. So I'm super early on. I can't wait to give you more feedback on the game. But right now, it's very good. I'm waiting for it to open up now.
And it gave me 11 points against you. So shout out to Remnant 2. Also, I'm seeing you drop the game. Yeah. I thought we weren't dropping games in our second half league.
So you said that we could drop games, but the games that we add, they're there for life.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that? So remember, guys, we have our own fantasy critic league because Sean Capri dropped out because he doesn't like losing. So it's me versus Kyle now. Kyle's standing. He's keeping perfectly silent because he knows the truth. He's House Bangers. I'm House Slangers. House Slangers is right now under, but I'm not nervous in the slightest. Right now, House Banger has 3 games out. What 3 games do you have, Kyle?
Sure. I got Oxenfree 2. I got Viewfinder, and I got Remnant 2.
Feeling confident?
Yeah, got me 31 points. I'm feeling
31
good.
Points. Where's CFUs for you, bud?
See, I don't know. It needs a open critic link. I could have sworn the other one got reviewed. I don't know what's going on. It's fine. I'll win even if I don't get a point there. It's fine.
4 games, you think? That's the best you could do?
What do you mean? Yeah.
You got 4 games.
Yeah.
4 against 1?
Yeah.
All right. At least you're confident. I have Pikmin 4 at a very competent, very strong 18 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, Sean. I mean, Kyle, maybe it's time for you to cut and run, you know?
Oh, no, not at all. I've got this in the bag.
All right. Okay. What games are coming out next? Let's see what's
sure. So I've got Stray Gods for coming up in a few weeks. You have Blasphemous 2. You have Armored Core. I've got Goodbye Volcano High. You stole Sea of Stars from me. I have Starfield. You stole Mortal Kombat from me. And Liza P. And I got fun ones like Party Animals.
All right.
But I've got some heavy hitters even further out, so we'll see.
You're so confident. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, I'm very confident. My calmness is confidence. All right.
Here's the thing. I've also been on eBay, not just looking for Vitas, but also little miniature cowboy hats that you're going to get to wear.
Yeah, okay. I hope you enjoy having just a plethora of mini cowboy hats at your house that you'll never use.
I'll start collecting them unironically. I'm like those people on Hoarders just for little cowboy hats.
Most people collect baseball cards. Some people used to collect Beanie Babies. Nope, not Joe. Little cowboy hats. That's his thing.
Cowboy hats. And I'm going to get you 2 little revolvers that shoot little quirks out of them.
Oh, boy, it's not going to happen.
All right. That's what you think. All right, Kyle. Are you holding on to something?
I am.
Oh, wow. We need Nier Automata.
Nier Automata, which is our next Road to Greatness game for Patreon. So if you want to start playing, get on it. In a few weeks, we're going to be sitting down with a special community member to talk about the game. It's going to be a good time.
And And really it segues to our Patreon. We're trying to make it way more community focused. So if you're a patron of the show, there is a good chance that you get to be on one of the shows chit-chatting with us.
Yeah.
So like this month we chit-chatted about Star Wars Survivor with our good friends Katie and Jedi Master Ren. This month we're going to be chatting it up with Naga Chaka about Nier Automata, and who knows what happens in September, which is Spanish for September.
Ooh.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's Green Gorilla. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Is he a patron? He is, so it could happen.
Mm.
But it could be you. All right, Kyle. Are you ready?
Yep.
It's time to prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront. July 25th, Human Autonomy VR.
So close.
In PSVR.
Anatomy.
What did I say? Oh, shit.
It's okay.
Why did I say autonomy?
I don't know.
Maybe because I saw, I read it as autonomy.
It happens. I understand why. I can see
Are
why.
we going to see naked bodies?
I don't know. It's probably a more educational game than anything else. Oh, boy. You're going to start next week's episode with
anatomy.
The headset on, aren't you? It looks like I'm hosting next week, everybody. Joe's just stop with the hand motions. No.
All right. Just know with the hand motions, I was being very inclusive. Magic exposure. Oh my God, really? After anatomy and magic exposure? Really? All right. Yuri visual novel on PS5, PS4. Mr. Run and Jump on PS5, PS4. Remnant 2 on PS5. July 26th. Patrick's Paradox on PS5, and Gravity Trickster on PS4. July 27th, Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons on PS5, PS4. Koa and the Five Pirates of Mara on PS5. Pixel Junk Scrappers Deluxe on PS5, PS4. The Expanse, a Telltale series on PS5, PS4. The Room VR, a Dark Matter on PSVR 2. And Venice, 2089 on PS5. All right. Well, Venice is going to be underwater in way before 889, let me tell you that. Katie writes in, hope you're doing well. Another game comes out this week that has been added to my ever-growing list of games to play. The Expanse, a Telltale game. The Return of Telltale. Very excited because The Expanse is one of my favorite shows. My question this week is, if you could put our beloved video game characters into a different genre of game, what genre would it be? As always, I love you guys. Seriously, Trophy Room Expo, when? Ooh, a live event maybe for Extra Life? Who knows?
Oh boy.
Who knows?
It's a lot of planning.
I know, I've been really thinking about, like, what if we did something different for Extra Life? Of course, they'll be on Team Phoenix Overdrive.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
But, like, and I really mean this. And this is a lot of planning. So, like, this would not be a this year thing. But, like, making, like, a little podcast festival where, like, all of our friends could come be a part of it.
That'd be cool.
You know? That'd be really cool. How, like, 10 o'clock season gaming, 11 o'clock indie, what is it? Oh my God, 6-1 indie, right? Like then after that, dude, my brain, it's turning off. And then after that, we got the whatever show, Captain Logan does. And then it's us. Like, I think that would be really cool.
Sure.
And
I'm
just get as many folks to be a part of it. Like that would be right. But no, a character in a video game.
I want Kratos to be in a cozy farming sim. Really bad.
He finally gets that cabin he wanted, the peace and quiet he deserves.
Yeah, exactly. He's already got the axe to chop the wood and stuff, so.
It's something Nintendo does so good at, because like you take a look at like Super Mario, Mario's been in every genre.
Yeah,
Like even Bowser has his own
except for
spin-off.
fighting. Has Mario been in a fight? Oh, Smash. Oh my God.
Smash Brothers.
What am I talking about?
Don't worry. I'll let
Shooter
that out.
for sure.
Yeah. No, shooter again, Mario plus rabbits. He has a gun. It's a hand cannon.
Oh,
Remember,
wow. Yeah,
he kills.
Yeah.
He kills. And he seemingly liked
That's
it.
fair. That is fair.
It was a rush. I
think
want
of all the
a
Goomba
master
families he has separated and crushed.
We're not even thinking about it.
Oh God. Sorry, continue.
That said, I played Super Mario for our clients. They loved it.
Oh, that's
and that
cool.
made me very
That's
happy.
great.
They were very happy. Master Chief, I want a Halo game. It's been in different genres as well.
Yep.
But I want him as in a dating sim.
Okay.
He's trying to look at other AI after Cortana.
Oh.
He's moving on. I'm into the dating scene now.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
What do you bring to the table? It's kind of Bachelor, but these women don't exist, and he's still alone.
Okay.
You know?
Give me Cloud in a Metroidvania.
All right.
That'd be cool.
All right. I like that. Yeah.
Or Barry in a platformer.
Oh.
That'd be fun. Sorry.
He's going to be angry all the time.
Yeah.
Now it's time for a favorite segment of the night. It's time for the Sony Pony Express. Rides in. Again, just like you can too, if you head on over to our Discord server. Link in the description of the podcast/YouTube channel. Or you can add us at PS Trophy Room on the social medias. You can yeet us on the X platform. Hey, Joe, I'm not being facetious. It's the X platform. That's its name now. Just get used to it.
No, I'm laughing. Just, you can yeet at us. You can yeet us. Throw us out. Just yeet us. Throw us out the window.
Yeet. Just toss it out there. Hey, Joe and Kyle. In last week's episode, as well as on a few other shows, I keep hearing, quote, Microsoft just wants more people to play games in more places, unquote, when referring to the ABK deal. Oh, no, M9, you're bringing us back in. That's fine. Whatever.
Almost a full episode without it.
Almost full one. No, I love you. This question's great. This is why I added it. This makes Microsoft seem like the good guys in this merger, but what always comes to my mind is when the Indiana Jones game by Machine Games was announced, it was supposed to come to all platforms. Yet Microsoft bought Bethesda and they renegotiated the contract, and the game now is a Xbox exclusive. So my question to you both is, how long do you think Microsoft will keep things multi-platform before they start making things exclusive? Once COD contracts are done, do you think Microsoft will make COD an exclusive or keep it on all platforms? Love the show. Keep up the great work. I think it is safe to say that Call of Duty specifically is never going anywhere. Unless the mind share or the share of the game is so heavily switched towards Microsoft, yet I don't think that's the case, that it wouldn't make fiscal sense to do that. It's also still bad optically if they did it, so I don't think they would take that game away from anybody. Just look at Minecraft. Minecraft makes the most money console-wise on PlayStation, right? It said it in those court documents. So that game is an Xbox game, but you've seen the Minecraft and Minecraft spin-offs on all platforms because that game means a lot to millions of people. So even if I'm alienating, let's just say 6% of the Call of Duty fan base in 10 years of PlayStation, I'm still alienating millions of people, and that is not a good look for me, company A, that wants to put games on quote-unquote more platforms. When we take a look at Activision games in general, most of those games are multiplayer. Most of those games, I would assume, if I'm Microsoft, I want them to be everywhere anyway, because multiplayer games strive on population. So if suddenly Diablo, the next expansion's not on PlayStation, suddenly you lost like a third of your audience. That sucks. Bad optics. So I actually don't think many, not to say, I don't think like most of these games are going anywhere. I think the future games, like the new IP, maybe the next Crash leaves, but Crash isn't selling like Call of Duty is.
Sure.
That's all I got.
All I can add to that is also Starfield was also supposed to come everywhere, and that, or at least to PlayStation, and that also got canceled. So it's a bummer.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's okay to say, PlayStation show. Yeah. It's okay to say what Microsoft says there is bullshit. It is. It is bullshit. It's technically not true, but it's also technically not false. Like, they do want to bring it to more platforms, but they are taking it away from some. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They will bring it on like mobile and like streaming, but the PlayStation side, that goes away. That is double speak, and that's just what happens.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like corporations and just companies double speak all the time.
Oh yeah, PlayStation's
right?
done it a million times.
Yeah.
The
So
whole
like
crossplay thing. Oh my god, PlayStation
for the kids,
not great.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. So like again, companies do it all the time, and to say it's like bullcrap, it is, but it's not me trying to take this moralistic stand of why Microsoft's evil. Microsoft's doing it because it makes business sense.
Yeah.
They think that they could gain share that way because Indiana Jones is not a multiplayer game. Starfield's not a multiplayer game. So what do they have to gain by putting it on PlayStation? Right? So it's kind of like, what does Netflix gain for putting, Stranger Things on Hulu? Nothing. So don't do it. All right. Una writes in. It's actually the last question of the night. So thank you everybody for sending in your questions, your comments, your well wishes. It's been fantastic. And also just how the questions blended into all the topics. It's made me happy. It's nice. Una writes in, hey guys, hope you're both doing well and are well rested after the sort of vacation. My question this week stems from the fact that Xbox said they're rolling out a new home for Xbox consoles starting today. And that is if you're given the chance, and now you're given the chance to change the PlayStation 5 UI and give it a glow up. What would you change apart from themes? Because everybody wants those.
I'm glad.
What would you change?
I'm glad Una brought this up because I did find it hilarious seeing people with the new UI on Xbox be like, "Oh yeah, when you switch games, an image of the game pops up in the background. Oh, isn't that cool?" We've been living with that on PS5 for 3 years.
We've wanted it to stop.
No, I'm okay with it. I kind of.
Oh really? You don't want you want themes back?
No. What I'm saying is. Is what that UI is doing now is what we are already have experienced on PS5, and I'm okay with it. I actually do love how each game has its own splash screen in the back.
Yeah.
Themes are cool, but like I'm kind of the more I'm in it, the more I'm digging what the PS5 UI is, and I don't know if themes would work.
Yeah. I honestly, maybe I'm just me. Okay, maybe this is just a PlayStation show. I like the PlayStation 5 UI a lot. Is there things that I would change? Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Like the home screen, I like the left to right stuff, right? Like the rows, I like that. It's really the little things. Like maybe if I press the, I can have the option of I press the PlayStation button, it just takes me home. Does it take me to the dumb,
the
start,
dashboard
quick,
or whatever? Yeah,
quick little dash. I would make the short little dash more intuitive, like make it like maybe get rid of cards or maybe just implement a system that works better than cards.
Yeah.
And make it more customizable. I think that would be cool. I also think the big thing though for PlayStation 5, again, I love the UI. I really do. Yeah, the quick menu thing. Is folders. Yes, please.
They have that now.
And we can make. Well, you kind of do, but I want it like on the PlayStation 4 where it's
got it.
It's in the home screen. It's not in the library.
Not only in the library. Yep.
I get it that it doesn't aesthetically, quote unquote, look nice, and maybe that's what PlayStation's trying to avoid. But I would say there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So like, I would say, yeah, make folders, and you can make it so like. There's like a night, like you can make the cover art Uncharted, right? And it's like action adventure games. Bam, that's what the folder looks like. And it makes it look, it spruces it up a bit. That's what I think is missing for the PlayStation UI.
Yeah. I will say, and it's not maybe it's a little bit of a UI thing, and I haven't done it in a while, so maybe it's been updated. The trophy system obviously would love trophies to be tracked better and with every game, but the ability to pin a trophy, I don't want it to squish the game. I want the box to maybe pop up on the already full screen of the game and not take up like a banner on the left or the right.
That's a good call. I like it. That's it though. That's been all the questions and comments we got this week. That's been the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. right?
Good 2 hour 15-minute show. Feels good.
Ooh, it feels nice. It feels good to be back. What an awesome show to be back on, because there was just so much to talk about, which is new. But Kyle, is there anything you'd like to spotlight before we get on out of here?
Yeah, go check out 61indie.com. We're gearing up for the next mini indie showcase. We got a lot of really cool games, and I'm excited to show them off finally. So 61indie.com to get all the info there, and 61indie on all the social media platforms. And you can find me at Mr. K-Set pretty much everywhere. Got some fun news maybe in a few days. So, yay. That's all I'm leaving you with.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Kyle killed someone. It was a very Chopper Quiddick incident. Yeah. It was a bridge. The girl, Teddy Kennedy, he was all there. You can find me over at Mr. Badbit on Twitter or at _ Mr. Badbit on Threads. You can find this show over on PS Trophy Room on all the social medias. And with that said, everybody, I want to really thank you all from the bottom of my heart. These last few weeks have been kooky, crazy, and all over the place. But seeing your love, your support, as we do take these little staycations, it's awesome. You know, just to get a little personal before we leave, you know, when I took this break, I very much needed it because I was in a not great headspace. And it was really awesome to see Kyle host the show and know that, you know, if let's just say one day I too find myself behind the barrel of a Kyle Stevenson, if he wants me gone, disappear, that the show's in good hands.
You've risen to Xenu and the volcano.
Exactly. Ooh, I'm a little ghost. I chose right.
I paid 50 grand to be here.
I'm a big Hollywood star. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was awesome to see. And honestly, to me, you know, the big question of like, will I miss it if I was gone? God, I miss doing this show. Look at how rusty I was. I just missed a week, you know? So everybody, thank you all so much for supporting us. It really does mean a lot. You can support the show over at patreon.com/@PS Trophy Room. And yeah, you could get a much more extra cool content while supporting the show, and even some cool merch as well, exclusively to Patreon. With all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, I love you all so much. You can find us on whatever podcast service you choose, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, whatever your podcast service of choice is. You can rate us now 5 stars on Good Pods, I believe. Ooh. So go rate us there. Go rate us on Spotify. Go rate us on Apple Podcasts, and maybe we'll have a Spider-Man giveaway to, you know, encourage that in a bit. With all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody keep your wits about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation. See you guys.
I love you. # House of Bangers.
Bangers.
I ended it before that went in.